Ian Lees-Galloway.
Thank you very much, Mr Chair. Up until just a few seconds ago, I was under the impression we were on Clause 15. It turns out we're on Clause 16, and I'm very happy to make a contribution on Clause 16 of the Royal Society of New Zealand Amendment Bill, a bill which, as members are well aware, the Labour Party has gone to great pains to make sure we examine in the finest detail. We do want to make sure, as technical a change as this bill might be, that we get everything right, and Clause 16 should receive no less investigation than any other of the clauses in the bill. So Clause 16 refers to co-opted councillors. Section 24(2)(d) is amended by omitting science and technology and substituting science, technology and the humanities. So again, this is one of those changes that goes to the heart of what this bill is all about, which is, of course, allowing the humanities and people who carry out study and research within the humanities to become part of the Royal Society, expanding the Royal Society's brief out from simply science and technology and into the broader area of the humanities. Now, obviously, co-opting councillors, usually one co-opts individuals to a council or to a board or any governing organisation in order to bring in specific expertise. Now, this could be particularly useful in this transition phase as we see more people representing the humanities coming into the Royal Society. As their numbers grow, initially it might be important to co-opt an individual who has specific experience or knowledge in the humanities for the council, so that as the Royal Society sort of expands into this new area, it has people with particular abilities able to advise the other members of the council whose experience might be probably more in the area of science and technology as opposed to the humanities, into the new areas that the Royal Society might be going. So this makes a lot of sense to be able to. Obviously, the Royal Society has always been able to co-opt members. This I suppose is useful when there are specific items of interest that the Royal Society might be examining. I know it's different organisations, the different components of the Royal Society sometimes take on investigations into areas of specific interest, and that would be another time when co-opting a member would be of great value to the council. But as I said, obviously in this new era, when people from the humanities are able to be part of the Royal Society, should such an investigation be embarked upon into an area which is not one of the traditional areas that the Royal Society that has been the work of the Royal Society, then co-opting someone with that specific ability, that specific knowledge, that specific experience could be a very useful thing to do. And Clause 16 and Clause 16 by amendment to Section 24(2)(d) allows that to happen. An infinitely sensible move, I think, in the context of the broader bill, which will allow greater, I suppose, rigour in a way to be brought to the area of the humanities. I have mentioned before in the debate with pride the number of people from Palmerston North who are members of the Royal Society, because I suppose of our concentration of people engaged in science and technology, but we also have a number of people engaged in the humanities, people who really are at the cutting edge of indeed research in the humanities, which some people might see as an oxymoron, but I disagree. And the member in charge of the bill pulls a face. Maybe he'd like to make a contribution about that statement, I don't know. But Mr Chair, I think Clause 16 is a very sensible clause in the context of the bill and the whole point of the bill. and I'm sure it's, although a technical change, something which will allow the Royal Society to embark upon this new era of enlightenment where it includes the humanities, and I'm sure Clause 16 will be a very useful component of doing so.
Heather Roy.
Chair, I move